What we're going to take a look at now is how to upgrade the firmware on your NEXTBASE 422GW Series 2 device. There's some easy instructions to follow on the website. You can do it either via following those instructions or also using the NEXTBASE Player application on your Windows PC or Mac. I'm going to follow the instructions this time round. Apologies if there's a little bit of a difference and a dip between the audio on this. Some of this I've recorded on the PC and some I've recorded on the camera on the device itself. If you look at the link in the descriptions, there's a link to the NEXTBASE instructions. So first thing to do is download the file from the website. Make sure you get the latest file from there. And then that saves onto your PC. You need to unzip that and put it into a folder. And then you're about ready to go. And we'll hand over to the device now and we'll pop back to the computer shortly.
Okay. We've got the files on the computer, we just need to get them installed onto the device now. For doing that, I'm going to need the SD card installed. So pop it over the side, SD card into the little hole there, and press down with your nail until it clicks. There we go, like that. And then we power the device. This lead is plugged into my PC. So we pop over to the USB on the top. I've not got the mount on at this point, and plug in the USB and wait for the device to start booting. There we go from there. So the device has started recording, so I'm just going to stop that. Go to the settings menu and go to setup all the way across. Be a little bit careful with the touchscreen, it's a little bit sensitive to touch rather than slide. Still struggling with that. Get right from the corner up there. And the next thing I need to do is format the SD card. Yes on that. Okay on that. Just leave that formatting there for a second. Right, I had to do a quick cable swap there because the cable I was using wasn't giving me the right behaviour. So if you're having problems replicating the steps I've just about to show you, then you will need to either use the original cable or check the cable that came with it. But when you plug in a USB cable into the power, and if it's a data as well as a power cable, the device should start, and you get option there for firmware updates or for power on or access to files. And what we are going to do then now, we're now going to click firmware update, and on my PC that will give me access to the NEXTBASE player and updating from there.
Now we've completed the initial setup steps on the device, we go back to the PC and there you can see the NEXTBASE folder. We go into that and we copy the files from the firmware zip file we've extracted and place them onto the SD card on the device, the NEXTBASE one. When they've copied it over, it's back to the device and the rest of the steps are completed on the device.
What I'm actually going to do here is follow the instructions in the online guide rather than the on-screen ones. So you'll have seen I've copied the files over to the SD card. The next set of instructions is to then unplug the power, let the device shut down, fully shut it down like that, give it a few seconds and then plug it back in and let it boot up again. And you'll see there, yep, firmware update started. So we'll leave that running and I'll skip forward in the video when it's got to the end so we can have a look at it. So we'll get 2 restarts with the looks of it. Some flashing red lights to show it's doing something. Okay, So that has now completed the upgrade, and the instructions say to click the power on. It takes you into the screen. I'll just stop the recording. Going to setup, and if we scroll across, still not getting the hang of the scrolling on the touchscreen. Here we go. Top right seems to be the best place to go. Go to system info, and you see there my firmware is now R14.8, so that update has been successful. What I am going to do is just reformat the SD card and get rid of the files that are on there, because otherwise they're going to be taking up space. So that's completed, and that is the firmware on my NEXTBASE 422GW upgraded to the latest version. Just a case of keeping an eye on the website now for any other ones that come out. Thank you very much.